What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Big B, along with Big G. Welcome to Steelers Almighty and the Big Show. Welcome back. Man, lot going on in Steelers world. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got a lot to talk about. So much we had to talk about. That's why we were late. We were over there BSing and forgot what time it was. So just blame the producer. You know, producer still owes y'all push-ups anyways, so you can just continue to blame it on him. But we got a lot going on today, man. First up, as far as the topics, we're going to talk about wide receiver revolution. Tyreek Hill, Denzel Boston, and Mekhi Lemon Buzz. So we got a lot to talk about there. The clean break, talking about Mike Tannenbaum, his case against Aaron Rodgers. He does not want Aaron Rodgers back with the Steelers. And then the left tackle crossroads, high stakes with Broderick Jones, which y'all know me. I don't think it's a big decision, but apparently it is. There is big time talk within the Steelers organization about giving Broderick Jones a 5th year. Oh, we're going to break all of that down and more for you guys. Appreciate you. First up, Big G, how are you doing today, man?
Dealing with this diabolical computer I got. I got to be on my iPad tonight. That's why how I'm feeling. It's unbelievable. But I went to the dark side, B. I already told you I'm done. If it don't say Apple on anything I got from moving forward, I'm getting an iPhone, and I already got an iPad. I got an iMac. It's going to say Apple everything. I took a bite from the dark side, bro. From the dark side.
I got it. I got you. So first up, we got Super Chat here. Let's get it. Our main man, Steve Mogg, he says, I didn't make it into today's rant live. So how fast is fast enough? Like with T. Hill, said he goes from 4.2 to 4.4 speed. Isn't that still faster than most corners and wide receivers? By the way, I don't want him. We are going to get, first off, thank you, Steve, for the Super Chat, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel. We are going to get to all of that and more. I want to welcome all the members in here. My main man, Clifford Brown, is in tonight. What's going on, Clifford? Torsha Jackson is in the house. What's going on? Appreciate everybody. Miss Christine is in here. Had to miss part of y'all's show from the hospital. Hold on. What are we talking about here, Miss Christine? What is going on? What are we doing in the hospital? What are we doing here? Mr. Dodd is here. What's going on? AKA where my push-ups, says the producer from Mr. Dodd. I like it. I like it, where my push-ups. And he sends in a super chat, said Mike Tannenbaum is an absolute clown of a human being. I'm not going to go that far, man. Just have different opinions. But is he wrong about not wanting Aaron Rodgers? That would be one thing. So we'll get to all that and more. Again, appreciate everybody being in here. If you want to help support the channel and get your comment, question, or rant up on the screen, super chats are wide open. You know how to do that. Also, members constantly get their comments, questions, or rants up on the screen. So we appreciate you guys supporting us for being a member. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Do us a favor. Hit that like button so we can get as many people in here as possible. So, quick hits. Jaquan Brisker profile. There's reports out there. He's a free agent safety from the Chicago Bears, saying that he is a perfect fit for what the Steelers are trying to do, what Patrick Graham is trying to do. What are your first thoughts on that report, number one?
First of all, we have to address the safety room early for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Duggar is not going to work. Elliott, he's coming off an injury, and Jalen Ramsey's not a safety. So we have to address it. I personally feel that you go with the free agent market first. And if you can't get the player that you need, you draft the guy. Now, I love that kid out of Toledo at 21, and that's a whole different conversation. But if we had to pay market value for this safety, I'm okay with it. Because you can't run a 3-4 defense correctly without having good to great safety play.
You can't run any defense without safety play.
Facts. Yeah. You're strong and you're free, got to be the guy. So I'm with it. He might cost a little more than I'm willing to pay, but I'll be on the cheap side. I even do with my computers. I waited forever to try to get something, so I'll be on the cheap side. But if we had to pay for it, I think he's a fit, B. I think he's a fit.
Well, the one thing about it is to keep all this in mind, not you, G, just people, everybody in general. When we talk about free agency, everybody gets overpaid.
Facts.
Like nobody is underpaid when it comes to free agency. Everybody's getting overpaid when you
Mm-hmm.
if you're always going to pay more. If that's the guy you want, then that's the guy you want, and then you go and make the deal. He fits in for what they are looking for. He's young, 26 years old, and he's going to be a free agent. Again, the Bears aren't going to bring him back because if they were, he'd already be back. So I think he fits in exactly what the Steelers are looking for. I like him in this Patrick Graham because again, Patrick Graham, a lot of single high. He can play the opposite. He's basically going to take over for Duggar because the reports are that Jalen Ramsey is going to come back to the Steelers. Now, you guys know how I felt. I thought the Steelers should move on, save all that money, and go pay somebody else. But it doesn't appear that the Steelers are going to do that. So since they're not, okay, fine. And maybe we're going to see a lot more of Jalen Ramsey in the nickel this year, G. We'll see. Because the Steelers are probably going to play a lot of big nickel, which is having an extra safety and have him be that guy. If we are, okay, great. I can live with that. I can absolutely live with that. But you're going to need another guy.
Facts.
And so if you're going to pay in free agency, you also got to draft a guy too. So I don't want to get out of drafting a guy. You're going to have to draft a safety, but you don't have to draft one that high. I'm usually out on drafting safeties in the first round because it's not a big enough of a position, of a difference making position. Don't get me wrong, you need a safety to be good, but you can have decent safeties, and a decent safety isn't somebody that you're picking in the first round. You can get somebody in the third or fourth round to be a decent safety for you, G.
Yeah. Last year, I was pounding the table, B, about Nicky Umanure. I was going off. I was like, Nicky Umanure, the kid that went to Seattle, I was like, man, we got to take him in the first round. But that's a once-in-a-lifetime guy, and you're absolutely correct when you say that you can get depth and value at safety second round, third round, even fourth round. I love the kid Michael Taft out of Texas. I think that kid's a good safety. So I wouldn't be shocked if we picked a guy like that third, fourth, fifth round. But you always, in my opinion, to be a successful NFL franchise, you have to draft well. That's one thing. But you have to do well in free agency. And when you identify positions of need, and the safety position is a huge position, you got to go all in to get your guy. And this guy is perfect for a Graham defense. Absolutely perfect for it. So I'm with it. And B, I'm looking at his tackles. I'm like, boy, that boy's downhill with the quickness. He coming downhill and cracking somebody.
Right.
So I need that from the Steelers. Man, I miss the days when we had Troy Polamalu and old Ryan Clark and dudes coming downhill, man. All these little soft, get them out of here. Get them out of here, man. We need some guys coming downhill.
The game is played way different, but you still need to have some hard hitting, tackling safeties. Yeah. But more safeties now, they got to be able to cover. Yeah. So you got to be able to cover because they've kind of taken the physicalness away from safeties these days. Because if you can't hit anybody over the middle, then I'm not saying you don't need them. I'm just saying the physicality of the safety position has been lessened because you can't do those things anymore. So, Rob Bass with the super chat here saying Duggar can go, too many boneheaded plays and not enough ability to cover too, Rob Bass. You're exactly right. Too many boneheaded plays. You talk about skillet hands. My God, how many interceptions did Kyle Duggar drop? Lord have mercy. Gee, Christmas.
How many did he miss? The diabolical Cleveland Brown play? Where in the hell was he looking for the ball at, bruh? I'm still pissed off about that game.
I mean, if you go back and you think about it, he basically cost the Steelers the game against the Bears because remember he dropped that interception right before the end of the half, and they ended up kicking a field goal 2 plays later. And I'm like, well, dang, and we lost by 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We can move on from him. We can move on from him. Mr. Dodd here with the super chat said, Kyle, which way did it go? Duggar's trash.
Facts. That's facts. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Reset the
Steel
room.
City Sal says that Brisker's market is around 13 to 14 million per year, likely a 3 or 4 year deal, 40 to 55. I don't know about that, man. I don't. First of all, I'm not questioning you. I just don't know the Steelers need to be paying $40 million for a safety. I mean, I'm cheap, but I'll spend some money. But $40 million, $14 million a year. How many times we've been screaming about paying offense money? How about we go pay a left guard $18 million before we go pay a safety 14? I think I'm out. Yeah. I want them, but not at that price, man. Not at that price, G.
Can't do it. Not for that. Not for $14 million? Hell to the no. Well, if Jalen Ramsey gets some money back, maybe we might be able to work it out.
Correct.
But Jalen got to give us some bread. And Patrick Queen got to give us some money too, or he's out too. Yeah. So maybe we can work it out if we get some bread that way, but not based off of the $45 million we have available as of today. Can't do it.
Correct. You are correct. Yeah, I won't be able to. I mean, I wouldn't be able to stomach that paying a safety that. You know, I just wouldn't be able to stomach that because it does. Again, I know the safeties and everything on the defense is going to look different, supposedly under Patrick Graham. So if it does, okay, fine. But that's a lot of money. Again, go pay a left guard, go pay a wide receiver. You know, go do that. Go pay 2 or 3 wide receivers and fine, but not for a safety. I'm just not going to be able to stomach that. G. It makes me sick.
Yeah, we already got the highest paid damn defense, and now we're going to add some more money? Can't do it. Cannot do it, bro. Can't do it.
Yeah, I'm out. Again, good player, just not the kind of money that I'm willing to spend on a safety. So next up, we got Pouncey, Banner, and Harrison in this Ben Roethlisberger civil war. It seems that people are coming out of the woodwork, G, to either attack Big Ben or defend Big Ben. And I don't know. To me, it's starting to it's not that I'm tired of talking about it. It's just becoming old. Like, why are they doing this? And now I know why the guys are defending them. And I guess I understand. I'm trying to understand why the guys are attacking Ben. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying what they're saying is wrong. But I'm just trying to figure out why now? Like, why are you talking about this now? Because the narrative is they're trying to keep him out of the Hall of Fame. Well, are you really trying to do that? Because if you're really trying to keep Ben Roethlisberger out of the Hall of Fame and you're saying things about him, I'll just come out and say this flat out. You're a piece of shit. Yeah. Like, why are you trying to keep this man out of the Hall of Fame? Even whatever is going on with Ben or went on with Ben, do you think the Hall of Fame voters don't know that? Of course they do. And we, as Steeler fans, we all know it. I mean, everybody said that Ben was an ass. He wasn't great in the locker room early in his career. We all know the off-the-field stuff. That's common knowledge. Everybody knows that. So why are you doing this now? I just don't understand it, G.
Well, first of all, I'm from Ben Roethlisberger's hometown. So, born and raised in the same hometown. So, if anybody know anything about Big Ben, I know about Ben Roethlisberger, all right? So, but the deal is this, and B, I might be wrong for saying this. I think the issue is Ben's continued attack towards Mike Tomlin. And that pissed a whole lot of ex-players off.
Yeah.
Because if anything else, players were loyal to Tomlin. And when Ben just kept running his mouth and saying what he was saying about Tomlin and saying he was saying, and then Debo got on his platform and was bumping, that they was like, enough's enough. We're not going to continue to allow Ben Roethlisberger to even assassinate Mike Tomlin as he walks out the door. And I think that's the issue. That's what stirs the pot. Because now you got 2 camps. You got 2 camps that's totally all for Ben and a camp that's got nothing to do with Ben. and they're at it. So maybe he stirred up his own pot because he talked a lot of stuff about Mike Tomlin, bro. He said a lot of stuff that
But
as a player I would have never said. I would have never done it, bro.
but
Never.
what did he really say? I mean,
Mm.
the thing that the worst thing that, in my opinion, that he said about Mike Tomlin
Mm.
is that he needed to go coach college. You know,
Mm.
because that's a backhanded compliment telling a guy that coaches for the Pittsburgh Steelers that, oh, he would be a great college coach.
Mm.
I mean, and you could say that, yeah, he would be a great college coach, but couldn't you have said, yeah, he just maybe needs a fresh start and he could go be great and in a different organization? Why does he got
Mm.
to drop down a level? And you
Mm.
could tell Mike Tomlin was pissed about it because remember when he said that, Mike Tomlin even came out and said, how come they never ask any of these other coaches why don't
Mm.
they want to go be a college coach? So
Mm.
you knew Tomlin heard it and you knew Tomlin was pissed, and he's right.
Mm.
Why would Mike Tomlin go to college?
Mm.
Like, he doesn't have to do that. Guys that fail in the NFL go to college.
Yeah,
He doesn't
facts.
have to go to college.
Mm.
So that's my whole thing. And you could even say that about Nick Saban, who
Mm.
a lot of people think is the greatest college coach ever. He went to the NFL and it didn't work out, and he had to come
Facts.
back. So
Mm.
that's all I'm saying is that, to me, that was a backhanded compliment. But other than that, I don't know that he really said anything bad about Mike Tomlin, though, did he?
Well, I heard him be critical about the quarterback position and to be developing of the quarterback position. I also heard him talk about his strategy and how he's a defensive minded first coach and he hasn't moved towards the new regime, a new wave of the National Football League, which some of that stuff is true, but it's how you say it on your platform. You don't have to agree with everything that's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, but it should be one of those things where you're like, man, I'm not going to smash the gas in totality because what I'm going to look like is the villain. And ultimately, that's what happened. Once he stirred it up enough and he became the villain, then a guy like Debo jumped on it and he was right with him. And then the next thing you know, once Porter came out and said what he said, now you have all these ex-Steelers that's like, man, if you don't stop with this nonsense. But like we said, Roethlisberger's got his camp. Look at Zach Banner. Look at David Castro. They talking, they saying, look, man, you just can't keep doing what you're doing concerning the Pittsburgh Steelers and concerning Ben Roethlisberger. Now, will they keep him out of the Hall, B? I doubt it. I doubt it. But is he a first balloter? I think he is. But they're not going to keep him out of the Hall with the attack. But B, have you noticed, and I don't know if you noticed this, Roethlisberger done got real quiet. He done
Yeah.
got, he ain't bumping. Roethlisberger done got quiet. So I mean, to me,
Well, I
that was
think
intelligent. To me.
doesn't his podcast come out on Wednesdays?
Yeah.
So we're going to
Yeah.
find out if he has anything to say. You know,
Mm.
Debo kind of responded today and said that you're the one who did the brotherhood, you know, and that they talked and he hung up on him, and and he was talking about Big Ben's character
Mm.
and all. James Harrison's point is that he's still mad at Mike Tomlin about the way that it ended.
Yeah.
I mean,
Facts.
he's mad at Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin chose to go a different route
Mm.
and said that Tomlin promised to give him a chance and play him here, there, yet, yada, 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 and then he didn't do it. So he's mad about that.
Mm.
Okay, just say you're mad about that. But to constantly say that he's not a great coach and all that, why are you doing that when the thing, and then he doesn't give him any credit for anything?
Mm-mm.
Like, he gives all the credit to Dick LeBeau. And you can say what you want, that Dick LeBeau ran the defense and all of that. But if you're trying to say that Mike Tomlin had nothing to do with it, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And he obviously had something to do with keeping your ass on the team
Yeah.
because the previous head coach didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to keep you on the team.
Yeah.
So this guy actually said, no, we need to play this guy. Not only do we need to play him, now it's time to pay him because he's earned the paycheck.
Mm.
So to me, it has to go deeper than that. And then Debo even said that on his podcast. Well, he didn't give me anything. Well, they did give you the money.
Yeah.
Now, you
Facts.
earned the money,
Mm.
but they gave it to you. And Mike Tomlin was one of those people that said, yes, we need to give this man the money.
Yeah.
So I can see it. But to me, it's getting overboard with the stuff. And people are going to defend Ben, and now they're going to attack him. It seems like that is the thing to do nowadays. I just think it's ridiculous, to be quite frank. And some people have said, gee, well, this is what the Cowboys do. I'm here to tell you, I live in Dallas. Cowboys players don't do that. You don't hear Emmitt Smith coming out and attacking Troy Aikman. You don't hear anybody attacking Michael Irvin. Like, you don't hear that stuff. That's not what they do. They defend everybody that played for them. Now, they may have a bad word to say about Jerry Jones from time to time about how he's running the organization, but they don't attack each other. That don't happen. So this is nonsense, if you ask me.
Yeah, but they're saying Ben is the one that's backhanded doing it. He's the one talking about it's a brotherhood. He's the one saying that we should all stay together. He's the one, but then you come out and attack their coach. Now Debo's a whole different deal. You're absolutely correct when you're talking about, that guy was cut 4 times. Let's be clear. He was cut 4 times, and Tomlin actually saved him and gave him an opportunity. So he feels some kind of way because, like you said, we got rid of him. Got to go to the Bengals and the Patriots, and, it just didn't end right because he wanted to be there. But Roethlisberger's deal is, I think he stirred the pot a little bit, B. And when he did, it's almost like stirring up a bee's nest. Once you stir that sucker up, boy, it's hard. Man, look, you got to do some strange things to get that bee's nest from stopping moving. And there's a lot going on in that bee's nest. So I'm hoping he don't say nothing tomorrow. Because if he does, oh my God, it's on and popping. And so we're going to have Steelers drama the whole offseason with ex-Steelers going back and forth about who they like and dislike concerning the locker room. And it should have all stayed in the locker room to begin with.
Right. But if you ask me, G, to sum all this up, is that nobody said that Ben attacked the coach, Michael. Relax, brother. Nobody said that. Other than that, I think it's all because it's February. People got football fatigue, and there ain't nothing else to talk about. And so because there is nothing else to talk about, they stirred up some stuff. Now they got us talking about it. They got other people talking about it. It's been news on ESPN and everywhere else. I just think that has a lot to do with this, man. I really do. Is that people get a pod, they got to talk about it. We got a pod, we're talking about it. I think more than anything, that's kind of what it is. Is that let's just, there's nothing else to talk about. We got football fatigue, and we got to get something popping off. So let's pop this off.
Yeah. I hope it goes away tomorrow. And there's not a rebuttal and it just dies out. Because we got other stuff to talk about, man.
Well, the combine is next
like
week.
You said, huh?
The combine is next week.
You better believe it. Hell, it's free agents frenzy is on the brink.
Yeah.
So I'm tired of this. These are ex-Steelers. I want to talk about the current or new ones. I'm done. I'm done, bro.
Yeah, it ran its course. And don't get me wrong, we need to talk about it because it's Steeler stuff. But that's just where I think we're at with it. That's where I'm at with it anyway. So we'll see what goes on. Now, let's get to some of the punting crisis. What are we going to do with Corliss Waitman? What's going on? I think he's at risk. Danny Smith is no longer here. I don't know. He's not the young option anymore. Chris Boswell. Now, here's the thing. I would say this. I think the punter is kind of at the mercy of Chris Boswell, in my opinion, G, because the punter is the holder. Who's to say that Cameron Johnston wasn't a better punter, but Boswell said, nope, I want Waitman as my holder. If Boswell says the same thing again, Corliss Waitman is going to be the punter for the Pittsburgh Steelers next year, G. That's just 100% fact.
That's going to cause a lot of problems, bro, because he's ran his course in Pittsburgh. He was a problem. With how he punted, especially in certain games in positional football. Those hidden yards that happen in the punt game are critical. And he cost us some hidden yards to put teams in scoring position a lot, right? But like you said, he holds the ball for Boz. But what they really should do is bring in competition. And listen, I'm always for competition. I'm always for that. And let the best man win. So if you understand and know that part of me is just not kicking the ball positionally or getting high kicks and putting my team in position to be able to tackle the guy for a loss and all whatever else, but part of this is me holding the ball for the kicker, you got to work on that too. That's part of the game. So, but Waitman, man, I listen. It's time for him to pack. Adios, muchachos, bro. You got to go because I know I would have gotten more out of Johnson from the punting game, but maybe not the continuity that needed to go on with Boswell. I don't think we would have got that, bro.
All I know is if Boswell says he wants Waitman is going to be the punter for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's facts.
I mean, and we'll just have to first of all, he wasn't horrible. I mean, he was just at average. He was average last year. He was 15 as far as punt net average. So that's middle of the road. Do we want it to be better? Yes. But you know what we want to be outstanding is the guy that holds the ball for Boswell.
Yes.
So while I don't think Waitman is the greatest punter in the world and we could do better, if Boz says, yeah, he might not be a great punter, but you know what? I had the best season of my career when he was the holder. Then that's the guy who's going to be the punter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just that simple. I get that we want better. I get we could probably get better. But what's more important, though, G, is a punter. And don't get me wrong, punting is absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial. But is it more important than holding for Boz?
No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. But I'm still with competition, B. But I heard some diabolical mess. I heard some Yinzy told me that, we need to draft a punter. I said, what? He was like, we got 12 picks. I said, if you don't stop that nonsense, draft a punter, stop that. If you don't get away from me with that nonsense, but that's how some people think. People think that the draft can cure all and all whatever else. No, you bring in adequate, competent competition and then give the guy an opportunity and we'll see. But if he's the best at doing that job, if they're even in other areas and he's the best at doing that job, he's going to win every time. Every time he's going to win. So if you're willing to bring in competition, bring it in. That's just my thinking, B. I might be wrong, but that's what I think they should do.
Gotcha. Big super chat for our main man, Lonzo Dunn. What's up, Zoe? Jump in the chat, Zoe. We miss you. We miss you. Get in the chat, brother. But I don't know. I get it. People are talking about you got one job. No, he doesn't have one job. You got more than one job. So, and he doesn't suck. That's not true, Comedy Quickie. He doesn't suck. I'm not saying he's the best in the league, but he doesn't suck. You know, that he's far from the worst punter in the league. Now, I don't know about necessarily drafting a punter. I'm not opposed to it in the later rounds. I'm not opposed to drafting a punter. You know, if you can find me, the best punters that are out there get drafted, G.
That's facts.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not like the best punters don't get drafted, like a punter never gets drafted. It's not fantasy football where you just pick up a kicker, you know, after the draft has already happened. If you want the best guy, the problem is, didn't the Steelers do that a few years back with a 400-pound punter? What was his name? I can't even remember his name.
Yeah,
he was
they drafted
500 pounds, and he couldn't bring his leg up above his waist. Didn't we do that already?
Yeah.
I can't even remember his name.
Bro, the guys I were talking to was talking mess to me about, we can get a Ray Guy type dude. I said, man, the Ray Guy is a once in a lifetime, man. You just need your punter to be average. That's all you need him to do, just to be average. If he's average, say again.
Waitman was that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm with it. I'm with him being average and the dude, and we keep it pushing.
There it is. Presley Harvin. 5'9", 500 pounds. He's the biggest punter in the history of mankind. And he was short. I'm like, what are we doing here with this guy?
Hey, B, they gave him an extended jersey. You know how like you get the extension at the bottom of the jersey to make it to cover your stomach? You know, he had one of them, dog.
He was like the dudes. Like, I used to be this way, the guy at the airport where you had to get the extender on the airplane. I was like, that was our punter. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. We don't need this guy as the punter.
Mm-mm.
But he was, and we drafted him at that. Lord
Mm.
heaven. But that was Colbert. That's old Kevin Colbert and Mike Tomlin doing their best at
No,
drafting punters.
I
Lord have
I
mercy.
can't take Kevin Colbert today, B. Don't you do that to me. I can't because I've been in some arenas about Kevin Colbert lately. Oh my God, I can't take it. He's such in the past. B, they trying to tell me Omar Khan is like Kevin Colbert and trash. Boy, if we ever get to that subject, I'm telling you, I'm going all in. I'm going all
I
in.
mean, really though, Colbert's on, or not Colbert, but Omar Khan, if you want to say misses, like in his first draft, he missed on Broderick, but who else did he miss on?
That's facts.
I mean,
That's total
Keanu
facts.
Benton is not a miss. He's just out of position.
Yeah.
JPJ damn sure ain't a miss. Nick
Facts.
Herbig damn sure ain't a miss. So where did
Facts.
he miss?
Nowhere.
So other
Nowhere.
than Broderick.
That's it. That's it.
So
They were trying to tell me he like Colbert. Get Colbert out of here. Get him
Lennar
out of
said,
here.
pull the cord out the socket. Come on, Lennar. Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Chad's doing some stuff tonight, man. It's doing some stuff. Let's get to the
Mm-hmm.
first topic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver revolution. Tyreek Hill versus Boston and Lemon. Tyreek Hill is now he's one of the front runners to come to the Steelers. Plus
Mm-hmm.
500 for the
Mm-hmm.
Steelers to land Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Only trailing the Kansas City Chiefs, which I don't think the Chiefs are going to take Tyreek Hill back. They literally don't need him. They got their receivers. That is not their problem. Their problem has not been receivers. It's the O-line and running back. So I don't think the Chiefs are going to take him. So he's coming off a season-ending injury, but he said he's going to be back. We talked about that earlier today, G, is that he has a couple superpowers. One of those is he was faster than everybody.
Facts.
And the second one is that he was so quick and twitchy that he could run these routes and didn't slow down running the routes. That's how he got open. It's because he didn't have to slow down. With the knee injury, though, that may change things, G. What are you feeling?
Well, I mean, you're correct about identifying a superpower, but he was like the ultimate superpower because he could do that better than anybody. So with a Tyreek Hill, I say he was like a 4-3-1 guy. Is a 4-4-2 Tyreek Hill or 4-4-3 Tyreek Hill? Is that just as good? Can he still run the routes and get in and out of his breaks the way he did? I think the fair thing to what the Steelers should do, bro, is bring him in. There's nothing wrong with bringing him in, having your doctors evaluate him, look at what he can do on the field, throw some passes around to him, let him run some routes and everything. And if you feel he's worth the investment, definitely. I'm not paying him no whole bunch of bread either, B. Hell no. I ain't paying him no whole bunch of bread. But if he's worth bringing in to evaluate him because you always have, that's how you make your team successful. You bring in free agents, you see if they're worth it from a value standpoint, you work him out, and if it works, then yeah, I'm not mad because we're still going to draft guys anyway. We're still going to draft wide receivers. We might even still look at maybe another free agent wide receiver. But to give him like astronomical amounts of money or pay him like he's a top 15 wide receiver, hell no, I ain't doing that. Hell no. But I would bring him in and evaluate him. I think that would be fair.
First of all, you're not bringing in Tyreek Hill to evaluate him. You're either bringing him in to sign him or you're not bringing him in. I mean, if you bring him in to see if he's healthy, and if he is, you sign him. You don't just bring Tyreek Hill in and say, well, and kick the tires on him like who was that we brought in twice last year to see if he was healthy? Who was that? I can't even
We
remember
brought
his
Skillen
name.
in a couple of times.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah,
we're not
get
treating
him out of
Tyreek Hill like he's Gabe Davis,
Mm-mm.
bringing him in twice to see if he's healthy and maybe will. No. If you bring Tyreek Hill into the facility, it's okay. Are you healthy? You are? Great. Here's what we want. This is what we're doing. Period. End of story. And I think all of that is going to be finalized before Tyreek Hill even steps 1 foot in the Pittsburgh Steelers facility. If he comes in, it's going to be, they've already had the deal agreed upon. Now the Steelers doctors just got to do their due diligence to see if this guy is healthy. So that's the thing here with that. Fading Philosophy got a super chat here. Said this was from the previous video. JPJ deserves top 5 cornerback money. He posted, no one scored on him in 3 years. He needs to be paid like a star. Yes, he does. He sure does. Absolutely. And then Alonzo Dunn. Alonzo's at work. He said his business is on his favorite night. So Steelers haters, he said hello to all, but has to concentrate. I get it, brother. I get it. Hey, you're at work. You got to concentrate, man. Don't worry about it. We appreciate your support and thank you for showing up, but we get you. I mean, you got to work. You got to work. You can't mess around, man. You can't mess around.
Facts.
So,
B, this is my concern, man. The diabolical doctors. man, the diabolical doctors, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
No, they don't. They're usually not like that, G.
I hope
when you got to spend that kind of money, they're not going to be BSing and saying, oh, well, this guy's knee is okay if it ain't okay. And then you got to pay him $12 million. They're not going to do that.
I hope. I just need a solid evaluation. I just really do, man. And really look at what the timeline is remaining for him to possibly play in the National Football League. Because at best, how many years you think he got left, bro? At best.
I mean, before he got hurt, did you see him slowing down?
No, absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. So he had plenty of years left until the injury. Like in 2024, he had a torn ligament in his wrist he hurt it in the preseason and it never got healthy. He needed to have surgery and he chose to play out the year versus having surgery. Okay. But then last year when he was healthy in those first 4 games, he didn't look slow. He didn't look like he had lost a step. He didn't look like anything but the old Tyreek Hill that we had always seen. My problem with him is that he quit. Remember at the end of the year in 2024, he quit on his team. When they found out in the middle of the third quarter that they weren't going to make the playoffs, he didn't go back into the game when they needed him to go back into the game.
That's facts.
That's the reason that I'm like, I don't need Tyreek Hill in my locker room. Because if things go bad, he's a proven quitter. I'm out on the quitting. You can't play for me if you quit.
Can him and DK survive together? That's another question too. Can him and DK actually survive together?
I mean, I don't know if they can survive. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, DK's not a problem in the locker room. So, I mean, he's never been a problem in the locker room, but a quitter is.
Yeah, that's facts.
I have a problem with the guy that quits because if he quits once, he'll quit again.
Yeah.
And chat, you all know that to be true. You know plenty of people out there that quit on stuff that they shouldn't. And if they quit on you once, they'll keep on doing it when the times get tough. And that, for me, I don't need Tyreek Hill in my life. Although I would like it, and I know it would make us better. But when times of adversity hit, he's not tough enough. So Mr. Dodd said, why would he go back to the Chiefs? They got 8 wideouts that do the same thing. Well, they're not as good, but you're right. They don't have to pay that kind of money. They don't need Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs don't need Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, facts.
Fading Velocity said, Big G is excited for college. Arthur Smith, incoming. I don't think Big G is excited for college.
And well, I mean, why are we even talking about him?
But exactly. That's just random. He's just randomly trying to piss you off.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
And then Janny said, Big G, Ty Hill to Pit Avengers assemble. No.
The Revengers, not the Avengers. The maybe Revengers. No, that's not Avengers assemble. No, that's not. No.
See? Now, look, Miss Christine is taking it personal. Said, I'm tired of getting all the injured crash outs. We can't afford all his damn kids and his medical team, too. One got to go.
Yeah, that's facts.
Come on.
That's facts. That's facts, man. That's facts.
I mean,
come on.
Here's the thing, though, and I think this is funny. The rumor on the street, y'all know I used to live in Kansas City, so I know a ton of people in Kansas City. They said that Tyreek Hill, one of his baby mamas, is a lady that he met at the drive-through window at McDonald's. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but too many people have said it for it not to be true. I'm like, so you met her at the drive-through window, huh? Hey. So you got him a fillet of fish and a baby mama all at the same time. That is wild work, boy. Wild work. And Miss Christine ain't having it. She's done with it.
Yeah.
She's done with it.
She said too many baby mamas.
Too many.
Too many. Too many baby mamas. Oh,
But
Lord have
here's
mercy.
the thing. Would you take Tyreek Hill? For me, I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you. If you had your choice between Tyreek Hill or drafting Boston or Makai Lemon, what would you do?
Draft.
Yeah.
Draft. There ain't nothing even to talk about. Draft. I don't let that old man. Well, he ain't an old man, but let him go on out to pasture and get some bread from somebody else. I'm cool with that.
Speaking out pasture, we got to throw Christine out the pasture. Look at this, G.
What'd she say?
Had her some of that special Big Mac sauce. See what I'm talking about? You see? I knew she was wild, but I didn't know she was uncivilized. Now I know Miss Christine is uncivilized. Jiminy Chris.
Hey, she telling it like a T.I. is, B. She telling it like a T.I. is. T.I. is, she telling it. So,
oh, man.
Christine told me she got a ramen story.
Sauce.
B, Christine told me she got a ramen story for me. One of these days I'm going to ask her about it.
Okay.
She said she got a Dennis Rodman story that's out off the chain. She said she's going to tell me.
No. I don't want to know. I do. I'm lying.
Yes, you do.
I do want to know.
I was about to say, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Mr. Dodd with the super chat said, that's what he get talking about my Vols receivers. I'm going to be on y'all head all season, Big G. I love Arthur Smith. Oh, hey, Mr. Dodd, I'm sorry, but Vols receivers are trash.
They super trash.
Trash.
Super trash. All of them.
I'm
Every
sorry,
last
brother.
one of them.
I'm sorry, but trash. So look, Big Show was here today. He said 2 shows in a row mention of some kind of sauce. I'm not even going to say it. I misspoke earlier today. I was going to say something else, but I can't do that in the chat because the chat is diabolical. But I said something earlier today, and the chat, the show was off the rails. It never got back on course. It never got back. Didn't bounce back, man. It just didn't.
Did they catch you with a no
like
diddy?
Christine got us off, and I'm not sure if we can get. See, here we are. Said a lot of sauce talk today. See what I'm talking about?
Hey.
See, it's going off the rail. Come on, people, come back.
Dog, it's our chat. They're never coming back. What do you mean? They're gone.
Thunder sauce. See,
thunder sauce, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Jesus. Lord have mercy. But, yeah, I would say you got to draft. I would take the draft all day long over Tyreek Hill, man. Just for the simple fact that you know for a fact Tyreek Hill ain't going to play 8 to 10 more years.
No.
Boston or Lemon could be on your team for 8 to 10 more years. You don't know. So, yeah, I would take the draft all day long, G, over that. Yeah. All day long.
Absolutely. Total facts. I'm with you 100%.
So, that's just my feelings on it. Let's move on. So Mike Tannenbaum, he basically says he's the former GM of the Jets, works for ESPN. He is 100% out on Rodgers. Said clearly move on from Aaron Rodgers on Get Up. He says it's over. He's going to be 43 in December. Is he even really a bridge quarterback at this point? Maybe right. Maybe I'm not sure, but Tannenbaum he's out on it. G. Where are you with what Tannenbaum said? Did you first of all? I'm pretty sure I know you heard it. And his thing is he argues that McCarthy's first year should also be a clean slate, not a reunion of a Green Bay partnership that's nearly 20 years old. And it also didn't end well. If I'm Mike McCarthy, I don't even want Aaron Rodgers back. I want to start fresh. That's what I would want to do, but that's just me. Where are you at with the G?
Okay. It's two separate. You know how two things can be right at the same time?
Yes.
Right. This is one of them scenarios. Mike Tannenbaum, you need to be quiet. Why are you talking about anything to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers? You was a GM for the big trash New York football Jets that ain't won nothing since Joe Montana was wearing leotards. You need to be quiet. Don't comment about nothing. See, he's hating on Aaron Rodgers because it didn't end well with Aaron Rodgers in New York. He wanted the hell out of there because he's seen how trash that organization is. Now, from McCarthy's standpoint, I understand that he would want maybe a clean start. However, B, I've been telling you the villain all along. Art Rooney II wants Aaron Rodgers to be playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's trying to sell tickets, butts in seats, last victory tour, the whole nine, bring the gang back together again. So McCarthy's got so much say or so much power. But Rodgers' return to the Steelers is more about Art Rooney II than it is the current coaching staff. So he just might have to swallow that pill and take it for a season. But I think that they'll be able to handle their business at least for a year. But do I necessarily want Aaron Rodgers back?
Right.
I mean, do we have a choice? That's my
Right.
point. Do we got a choice?
Nope. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Fading velocity. It won't happen. But Arthur Smith. Fading velocity. You got to stop talking about Arthur Smith, brother. I appreciate the super chats, but we are not talking about that at all, man. So let that go tonight. Let it go.
He wants Ohio State to fail bad, B.
And that's fine. He can want that, just not on the show tonight. We're not doing that tonight. We're not doing that tonight. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the support, but keep it relevant to what we're talking about, brother. That's all. That's all. I don't know. I think we got a choice with Rodgers. But again, if I'm Mike McCarthy, I would just say that I would want a clean slate.
Yeah.
I don't want a quarterback that I used to work with, didn't end great, even if things are going good now and all that stuff. I just think I would move on and say, no, that was last year. We're going to do something this year. The only thing that I would say is I just don't. We'll find out. I don't know that McCarthy is sold on Will Howard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he's sold on that. I think he had to say that when somebody asked him about it in his opening press conference. What did people think his answer was going to be? No, I think he sucks.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not going to say that. So he had to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Well, Arthur, the deal with this too, man, and really to be honest, if we'll know about Aaron Rodgers quick, fast, and hurry. Because as soon as free agent frenzy opens up, and if the Steelers sign a quarterback within that first week or two, or heck, the first few days, we gonna know quick, fast, and hurry. But B, if they mess around and get through free agency, like the first 2-3 weeks, and they ain't, because the players is gonna be gone within the first 7 to 10 days. If they get through that and we ain't got a quarterback, you already know Rodgers is coming back. And I think there's some Steeler fans, not saying us, but they're in denial about the fact that Rodgers is probably coming back. And a lot of people don't want that. So we'll know quick, fast, and if there's a trade from a free agent, if there's movement in the quarterback room for the Pittsburgh Steelers, we'll know right away. But if we don't see any movement, you already know. 8's back in the building, bro. We already know.
I mean, you might be right. I like this from B. Wayne. Best bridge is Mac Jones if available. He'll be available. He'll be available if the Steelers. I mean, you probably had to give up a 5th round pick. If you're willing to do that, Mac Jones will be available. So, and Mac Jones would fit with what Mike McCarthy is trying to do on offense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I just. My thing is, people said that Rodgers was bad last year. He wasn't bad last year. Aaron Rodgers was above average. Nothing more than that. He was above average last year, which a lot of people are equating that to he was good last year because of the quarterback play that the Steelers have had over the last 5 years. That's the problem, is that we've had such bad QB play over the last 5 years, is that you can't anything that looked halfway decent, you equated, he was really good. No, it wasn't really good, but it just wasn't awful. It was just better than average, which, okay, that's fine. But I just think for me, G, let's go a different direction.
Yeah.
There were too many times that Aaron Rodgers just wouldn't sit in a pocket, and throw the football. And look, I get it. 42, 43 years old. Nobody wants to get hit. I get that. But playing quarterback, a requirement for the job is to stand in there, throw the football when you know somebody is going to bend you in half.
Yeah.
That is a requirement.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers no longer wants to do that on a regular basis. That's why, more importantly, we got to move on, G.
B, you're right. And I'm with that. Now, the rumors I'm hearing in the streets, because I be in them Steelers streets, boy. I be out there, right? is that damn Tanner McKee, the backup quarterback in Philadelphia. I keep hearing over and over again that Andy Waddle and Omar Khan then work with the Philadelphia Eagles GM and this and that, and they're going to be trying to bring this kid in for like a 4th or 5th round draft pick. But now, if that's a bridge quarterback that I think would definitely, I mean, he threw 5 touchdowns, had 1 interception. He played well as a starter for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not mad at that. And now, if I had a choice between him and Aaron Rodgers, I probably would go with the McKee kid. But you never know, B. And that's why I said if we see movement like that for the Steelers room come, free agency and with a trade or something like that, then yeah. But otherwise, we know we stuck with him. And you're absolutely correct, man. You're absolutely correct.
Right. Danny with the super chat said, I'm hearing Mike Evans is a target 1-year deal. That wouldn't make any sense for the Steelers.
No.
Mike Evans. I mean, I think Mike Evans has a little something left, but I don't think that makes sense for Steelers need to rebuild the room with guys that are going to be in the room for a minute, not with a bunch of guys that we just came off the veteran, the last couple of years, the 1-year veteran. Don't get me wrong. Mike Evans is miles better than any of those guys. But the Steelers need to rebuild the room with people that are going to be in the system for a while, not just 1-year wonders. We've done the 1-year wonder thing. We need to get past that. We need to be done with the 1-year wide receiver thing and get some guys that are going to be here and be here for a while. That's the thing. Not the, hey, let's just bring this veteran in and piece together a problem. We don't need to piece together a problem. Go fix it. You got the money and draft picks to fix it. Go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Yes, it's time. It's time. It's time.
Yeah.
Dog, we need to go back to the days of young money. It's time. Yeah. It's time. We had 3-4 wide receivers sitting around. All of them was dogs. It's time to go back to that, bro. It's time. It's time to fix this.
Here is, we talked about this earlier today, too. Mark Caboli was out there talking about Mason Rudolph. He might be the next best option, that he made a comparison and say that he could be the next Sam Darnold if given a 17-game schedule. If given a 17-game chance, that Mason Rudolph could be the next Sam Darnold. What do you think about that, G?
B, you see how the hell I feel about that? Hell no! Hell no! Hey, Mason... B, my blood pressure did sky high. Mason Rudolph? No, absolutely not. We know we didn't turn the wagons and circle the wagons twice with this dude. He was on our squad. We got rid of him. We let him go to the Tennessee Titans and come back, and he's still playing the same way. There's been no improvement. He literally played diabolical against the Chicago Bears last year. At that point, I was done. But I was screaming. I was like, get Will Howard in there. Because this dude can't, he's not the next Sam Darnold. We're not going to continue to retread quarterbacks, bring them back in, and say, no. Listen, lightweight, I want Mason out of there. I want him out of there, bro. Draft me a rookie and let 2 of them fight for the backup quarterback and let you get a dude like McKee, man. I'm done. I can't do it, B. No.
Fading says we need to get young on our team. You're right. But no, I agree. Grim Reaper says it best, says that it's February football. It said that Caboli is trolling. I agree.
Trash.
I mean, what are we talking about? I just, come on. What part of, what has Mason Rudolph ever done, that shows you, for instance, if you put Mason Rudolph on this Seattle Seahawks team, do they win the Super Bowl?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
I say they probably win 9 games. They would win 9 games. Maybe 9 or 10 games. But they don't win 14, and they damn sure don't win the Super Bowl. So, no, it's not the same, man. It's just not the same. It's okay to just be a backup quarterback in the National Football League. Yeah. People act like that's like if you're a backup that you can't play. Nobody's saying you can't play. You're just not a starter in the league. And it's okay to not be a starter in the National Football League. But that much I know for a fact is, yeah, man, he's just, a
backup can get 3 contracts, B.
Yeah, they can. Hell,
3.
A backup quarterback in the National Football League is one of the best jobs in America.
Yeah.
Nobody hates you. They usually cheer if you ever come in the game. And if you suck, everybody thinks you're going to suck. But if you
Mm-hmm.
play well, everybody loves you. So
Mm-hmm.
there's worse things in the world than to be a backup quarterback. Oh, not to mention, you make a lot of money.
Facts.
You make a lot of money as a
Yeah.
backup. You don't even have to be considered really good at your chosen profession. You just need to be an average second guy,
Yeah.
and you can make a lot of money.
12 years, 3 contracts, living good, living great. No
Living
injuries,
great.
retire, walk away from everything, no injuries. You feeling good about your life. Done made all kind of bread. Yeah, it's cool.
Somebody said the ghost of Joe Gilliam would be a better option than Mason Rudolph.
That's facts. That's facts.
See?
Get him in here. Get Mason out of here, man.
Oh goodness! Why you don't have to do Mason like that?
Man, he's horrible. He's
Oh
horrible,
man!
man. He's horrible. Come
Wild
on,
Earth
bro.
Ways said Mason needs to go through the drive-through and pick up a favorite sauce: tangy barbecue, spicy buffalo, creamy ranch, honey mustard, or sweet and sour. See, you're doing too much. You're doing
Wow.
too
Wow. Wow.
My
Wow.
goodness.
Wow.
Woo,
Man, the chat off the chain, B. They off the chain,
Oh,
boy. They
yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on. Producer has chimed in. He said Josh Johnson, rookie year was 2009. He was on
Yeah.
a team this year. Backup QB
Yeah.
job is the best job in the free world. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I saw about 10 years ago in a Forbes magazine that it listed at the number 4 job in the world was backup quarterback in the National Football League, man. It is. You make a ton of money and you don't even have to be good compared to other people in your profession. You just got to be average. And you can play for a long, long time.
Josh Johnson wasn't a dog coming out of college. He wasn't. But guess what? He found his niche. He realized the importance of being able to give good reps as the backup quarterback, the importance of being able to be a good locker room presence, the importance of being, if I put you in the game, that you can hold the fort down long enough until whatever's going on with the starter. 17 years? That's 5 contracts.
Yeah.
5 contracts. Paid out the wazoo. Paid.
Well, I bet he's getting more than 5 contracts because not like he's getting 4 or 5 year deals. He's probably just getting 1 year deals or 2. But I get what you're saying. I get your point. You're right. I mean, he's made well over $15 million in his career. That much I know for a fact. Over that.
Yeah.
So
I bet you get close to 100. I bet you get close to 100 million.
No.
I'm going to look it up. Keep talking. I'm sure I'm going to look it up.
There ain't no way that he's made $100 million.
I'm going to look it up and see how much.
Oh, no. Because some of those are on league minimums, 1.7, 1.5, $100 million, G. Come on.
Hey, man, we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm going to look it up right now. I got one more thing to type in. Let me see. He made.
That's right. He was in a Progressive commercial. I forgot about that.
Oh,
he
no,
was in a Progressive commercial.
He ain't made no money, baby.
And Teddy Bridgewater. There's a bunch of them in a Progressive commercial.
No, he ain't made no damn money. He only done made about $15 million.
Exactly. Not 100.
He ain't made no damn money.
100?
Hey, man, I was looking out for him, man. I was trying to say his pockets was deep, bro. I was looking out for him.
Yeah, no. Let's move on, man. So the left tackle crossroads, Broderick Jones versus Cook decision. So there are rumors out there that the Pittsburgh Steelers are possibly going to pick up Broderick Jones' 5th-year option. Now, if the fifth year option was like $6 or $7 million, I'd say, yeah, go ahead and pick it up for $6 or $7 million.
Yeah.
But the 5th year option is 20, G.
That's facts.
$20 million for the 5th year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Steelers, I don't care what anybody said. The Steelers can't be picking up no 5th year option for Broderick Jones at $20 million. What the hell is going on?
Listen. I sort of feel bad for him in one way because he flipped sides, but he showed me he really can't hold it down as a starter on the left or the right tackle. $20 million, you're getting a guy that can make a freaking Pro Bowl. You're
Yeah.
$20 million, you're getting a guy that can make the freaking Pro Bowl, dog. I'm not giving Broderick Jones $20 million. I'm not doing it. I'm not. No. The answer is no. Now, would I take him, like you said, at a discount? Because regardless of whatever, he's going to have to fight at minimum Cook to get the left tackle position. But if the Steelers mess around and draft a tackle in the first round, dog, he's out of there. He's out of there. So man, I'm not giving him 20. Hell no, bro. Hell no.
No. Here's the thing: is that Jason said Broderick damn near killed A-Rod this season. He did. That a lot of times that Broderick Jones didn't get a sack or give up a sack, he was getting A-Rod hit. And the thing about it is, I know he got better, but I refuse, and I'm not going to give him a pass where people say, well, he stunted his growth because he was on the right side or left. I'm not giving him a pass because you know what? When Broderick Jones played right tackle as a rookie, Broderick Jones was good.
Yeah.
When he played right tackle as a rookie, you thought, hey, we got something here. We moved up and we got something. It was the second year where Broderick Jones couldn't beat out Dan Moore for left tackle, had to go to play right. Then Troy Fautanu, who was going to be the starter at right tackle, got hurt in the preseason. Broderick steps in. And then as soon as Troy got healthy, he was out of the lineup.
Yep.
Broderick was out of the lineup, which lets you know then that Broderick wasn't going to win that job. It lets you know right then. And then when he got hurt again, then he had to play right tackle. But no, I don't give him a pass for, well, he paid right. Well, he was fine as a rookie. What happened? The only thing that happened was that he couldn't beat out Dan Moore Jr. for the left tackle job. That's the only thing that happened. So no, I'm not giving him that pass. I'm not going to do it, G.
B, this is what I think should also happen. We have two new offensive line coaches. In my opinion, they know now. Like they probably went in and evaluated and started looking around, and they know now, right? So you pay those two offensive line coaches to say, either A, we can do something to turn this kid around, or B, he's not worth the time, right? Because you're paying two offensive line coaches, and Pat Meyer ain't there no more. So now, do they really say, okay, we're going to take an opportunity to try to get this kid right? Personally, I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it, bro. Because the cost that's tied to it. I'm not doing it.
I'm not even saying that though, G. Because again, you pay the best player.
Facts.
So if you're going to have a competition between him and Cook, fine, you have that competition. But the competition doesn't have to be, well, I'm going to give you $20 million for a fifth year. No, that's not the competition. It's, can you win the job? And if you can win the job, okay, fine, you won the job. Because, again, we would be lying and not being fair if we don't say that Broderick didn't get better this year. Because he did. He got better. But everything that we saw him get better, Dylan Cook put better tape out.
Facts.
That's all. Everything that Dylan Cook did on tape was better than Broderick. Somebody said the other day, like online, well, Broderick shut out Myles Garrett the first time they played him. I'm like, are you, like, why do you say stuff like that in public? That is not true. It's not even remotely true. And if you do say that, then don't you have to say that Dylan Cook did the same thing? Because he didn't have any sacks in that game either. And we know that Dylan Cook didn't block Myles Garrett one-on-one, but about 3 or 4 times in past situations in that game. So no. Cook just put out better tape than Broderick. If you're going to have them compete, fine. But to pay him $20 million to compete for a fifth year that you don't even know he's going to be the starter would be insane. Danny says, he said, now the Steelers got new coaches, could help them. I 100% agree. But that's this year. You got this year to figure it out. Because guess what? If you play good this year, we could always franchise you and sign you long-term if we need to do that. But if you ain't the starter, then and for people said that we need to cut Broderick. No, we don't. We got Broderick under contract this year. You always need depth. You don't
Correct.
need to cut Broderick. That would be stupid to cut
Correct.
Broderick. It would be stupid to trade Broderick. You keep
Correct.
him. You keep
Correct.
him. You get him better if he can get better. But you always need depth. Hell, we needed somebody to step in for him.
Mm-hmm.
So you need depth as
Mm-hmm.
offensive linemen. You don't cut them. You keep him. And you
Who?
get him better if he can get better. But, yeah, at $20 million, hell no.
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm not doing it. And B, you're absolutely correct. And listen, I'm not so far going to say that the Steelers don't draft another tackle in the first round, depending on who it is. And people said I was crazy. Now, we can't keep drafting big dudes. You win in the National Football League by building the trenches on the offense and defensive line. You keep getting the dude until you get it right. Listen, if Leal from Utah is there, draft him and put and flip Fautano, flip him, and then we'll figure it out. But bro, you got to continue. Your biggest investment on a football team is your quarterback. If your quarterback can't be upright the whole damn game, you're in trouble. Look what Broderick did. Like they said, he almost got Aaron Rodgers killed. You have to have quality offensive line to win in the National Football League. So if Broderick can work it out, okay. But if not, no, I'm not giving him 20. Hell no, I'm not doing it. No.
Doesn't make sense. Look, Cook played better than he did. It basically means that the Steelers don't have to draft somebody in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I like that aspect as far as left tackle is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
If the right left tackle came along, though, I don't know. I mean, I think I would probably pass. I was for it earlier, but I think I would probably pass because, again, you've got two guys that can potentially play for you at that position.
Mm-hmm.
How much upgrading do you want to do? You know what I'm saying, G? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I get it that you could maybe find a guy that's better than your current left tackles, but at the same time, you got other needs. You got other holes. Hell, you got a big one on left guard right next to him.
Facts.
Feel that need first before you go diving in to left tackle in the draft. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my opinion.
He said this is Broderick's third chance. Well, we call him Short Bus for a reason around here. Let's be clear. We call Broderick Short Bus for a reason. There's a reason we call him Short Bus. There's a reason. Y'all see. Y'all see. There it go. 2-2. Yep.
Goodness gracious, man. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I'm just my whole thing is I'm never going to give him that pass of playing right tackle because if he would have sucked as a rookie playing right tackle, then I would have said, you know what, the Steelers, they did this man a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't suck. He played actually pretty good as a right tackle as a rookie. That's what people keep forgetting that keep talking about moving positions. They forget his rookie year. The man played good football his rookie year. It was his second year where he was absolutely atrocious, not his first year.
Yeah.
So stop giving him that pass. Okay? If he would have just been terrible his rookie year at right tackle, G, then we could all just say, oh, well, he's not a right tackle. But he looked good. But
B,
it all
you know
fell
what it
apart
was?
when he
You know what
couldn't
it was?
beat out Dan Moore Jr. It all fell apart.
You know what it was? It was them damn Jordinary cleats he put on his damn feet after year one, and he thought that he could wear the ordinaries. Dog, ever since then, it's been downhill. Get them damn ordinary cleats off your feet, dude. Michael Jordan should be suing you because you ain't one of them extraordinary players. You ordinary. Get you some old ordinary offensive line cleats and take them Jordans. You ain't Trent. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what you wear that in the game? Come on, dog. You ain't Trent Williams, dog. You ain't Trent Williams, man. Get up out of here. Get them damn ordinaries out of here, bro. I got a problem with it. I got a problem.
Oh, you got to let go of the
I'm not doing it.
You got to let go of the Jordans. Big B's hairdresser, who's one of the greatest people on the face of the earth, got a good question here. Said, hey, Big B, now that you and G are talking O-line, I've got a question for you. If you watched our O-line's hands, you'll see they blocked with split hands. Are you talking about opening their hands? My thing is that the Steelers' O-lineman's hand placement was always too high and way too late.
Facts.
That was my thing. is that their hands were always way too late. They used to let defenders get too close, and defenders would get their hands in their chest. It's like the Steelers, their O lineman hands are always too wide. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why the hell are your hands so damn wide? Put
Mm-hmm.
your hands inside.
They
So,
catch him, B. You know, and we were taught to punch. You know,
yeah.
like you don't let a dude get into you. You punch him, get him off you, right? But they be catching them. Hands all out here. Oh, let them run into him, get 4 steps. Stop all that. You punch and keep them off you, man. But, you know, that might be a Pat Meyer issue. We'll see with the new guy. We'll see with the new guy. Because I think technique is going to be taught better with the new guy.
Yeah, I think a lot of technique is going to be taught better. I mean, a hard punch, quick. Don't show your hands early, but
Mm-hmm.
also don't let the defender get into you. I don't give
Correct.
a damn. You can't just let him get into you before
Mm-hmm.
you shoot your hands because you don't want your hands to get knocked down. If you do that, you lose. And
Correct.
too many times the Steelers O-line lost because the punch kept getting late.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
just kept getting late. And that's a good point. Steel City Sal said Big B keeps pointing it out on all 22. Our O linemen have no consistent punch. That's right.
That's
No
facts.
shock at contact, no reset. You can't win up front playing patty cake. That was
That's
my
facts.
whole thing, Steel City Sal. Never, hardly ever did you see a steal, especially from McCormick to whoever was playing at left guard, Ciamalo or anybody else. Too many times you saw guys get in their chest. Broderick constantly let guys get in his chest. They
Mm-hmm.
lived in Broderick's chest. And then Broderick tried to compensate by throwing his head in there. And then all they did, he would duck his head and they would go inside on him. It was Katie bar the door. Katie
Mm-hmm.
bar the door. Not enough punch, but hopefully, this new old line coach is going to get these guys right. And again, I'll say this before. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Jahari Evans, excuse me, the assistant O-line coach, is a sneaky good hire for the
Oh,
Pittsburgh
yes.
Steelers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you right now, sneaky good hire for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Going to be
Mm-hmm.
good. Going to
Yeah.
be good.
B, I think he could be a head coach one day. I'm just, I think he could be. I think he could ultimately one day be a good head coach. We'll see. But like you said, his performance as a player was outstanding. Let's be clear. He played well as a player. So he's really
He did.
he can relate to these youngsters because he ain't that much older than them.
Correct.
So he gonna get them right. Hopefully he's gonna get them all right.
So, I mean, if we look at some of these offensive line draft prospects, the tackle out of Francis, I think it's Moagi or Magiano from Miami. I can never
Mm-hmm.
pronounce his name. I know he is a road grader and he is a technician out there in pass protection. Steelers aren't
Monster.
going to get a chance to draft him, though.
Nope.
He's going to go in the top 5. So he's going to be long gone.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer Fanu, same thing. He's a right
Oh.
tackle. Both of these guys are right tackles. That's how important right tackle is in the NFL these days. It used to be it was just left tackle, but with pass rushers rushing all over the place these days, and a lot of them line up on that side,
Mm-hmm.
a right tackle has damn near got just as important as a left tackle. Spencer Fanu, in my opinion, is the best he's the best tackle in this draft, but he's a right tackle. Steelers will have no chance at him, G.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Caden Proctor, you were high on Caden Proctor. You were high on him early on. 6'7", 366. But my thing, he's a athletic freak. But here's the thing. They always say he's raw. And I'm like, no, we just drafted a raw tackle. We just did that, and here we are. He's about to get his job taken away. We don't need any more raw tackles, G.
B, I've been watching film because Ty Simpson and all. So I'm watching film. I saw something I picked up on film real quick with that book with him. The issue is he looked great when Booker was next to him. Booker came in as a rookie in the National Football League and is a top 5 guard in the league. Booker's a monster. Okay? Now you get Booker out the way and you put him with an average guard next to him, and not to mention he was completely out of shape this year. Man, I heard reports he was 375. 375 playing tackle? Come on, dog. You a cheeseburger away from 400.
All
You
I'm saying,
cannot
I
play left
think
tackle with
Proctor,
400.
I think
No.
Proctor's a guard. I think he's
Yeah.
a guard in the NFL. I think he's a guard.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that he's not the best guard though, because the best
No.
guard is next up, our man Vega. If he is there at 21, I think the Steelers ought to make their card into a paper airplane and just throw it up on stage with his name on it. They got to take him. They got to take him. Just throw it up on stage. Don't even waste time. Just say, here you go. If he's there, and I know there's so many people and that want a receiver. I'm just saying, man, receiver draft is super deep. Go get you that left guard that's going to be that could be an all pro guard. Go get that guy that solidifies your offensive line. If you don't get one in free agency,
Yeah.
I think the Steelers go there. They should go there. I would take it. I would take it all.
I caught hell today on my Keeping It 100 show because I said all these yens out here, we got to get a wide receiver. We want to be cute like the Cincinnati Bengals. Hell no. But if I got Vega sitting there and it's Casey Concepcion, Vega, get the card to the table with the quickness. Why are we even playing around with this, bro? I said he's a day one starter, and within 2 years will be a top 5 guard in the league. Go watch the tape. But they was arguing with me, be bad on Keeping It 100. And I said, I don't care what y'all say. You better look at getting this dude in the room. Because he starts immediately. Immediately he starts. And B, check this out. He might be the best offensive lineman, day one starter on our whole freaking team. He might be better than Frazier, Fautano, right off the back. That's what his film is talking about, B. For real.
I mean, look, if you draft him, your offensive line is immediately good.
Facts.
With what the Pittsburgh Steelers currently have, if you draft him, put him in at left guard, your offensive line is immediately it's good. A lot of people think that the line is good now, but I don't know that you could necessarily say that. But if you put him in there, then I think the offensive line immediately becomes good. And when you know what I always say, G, when your O-line is good, your whole football team is good.
Yeah.
Because you can run the football, you can protect, you can do so many different things. So when your offensive line is good, your football team is good. And for me, I always say you've got to upgrade your offensive line whenever you can do it, man. And the Steelers got a need. That's the thing. It'd be one thing if they didn't have a need. Well, they do. They got a need. So if you don't solve that problem in free agency, which, to be honest with you, it's tricky because I don't know if Vega's even going to be there at 21.
Facts.
That's the whole thing. You don't know if he's going to be there.
That's facts.
So in free agency, yeah, if you can upgrade, you probably do. And you move on and you go from there. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you decide you want to try to wait it out, there's an opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Caleb Lomu is another, or Lomu, excuse me, from Utah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about him, he's got to get stronger. I don't want to take a chance on a guy that's got to get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. Super chat here from Super Saya. Just giving us a super chat. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
for supporting the channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got to get stronger. But he's a left tackle. He is a natural left tackle. So we'll see about his numbers. But the thing is, I heard he's only going to do about 13, 14 reps on the bench. I'm like, yeah, we can't have that, man.
Can't do it.
Yeah, he's got to get stronger. Is that he's technically sound, super athletic, just not super strong yet. And I'm like, yeah, we don't need those kind of problems.
No, he'll sit on the bench for at least a year to get stronger.
To get stronger, that's right. We don't need that. Emmanuel Pregman, offensive guard, Oregon. So tape screams, day one contributor. Got power and technique, G, from Oregon. That's another guy. But can you get him in round 2? That's the thing. Can you get him in round 2?
Well, B, that's the thing. You know the draft, every year there's a run at a position.
Of course.
Every year. So I don't think there's a tackle run this year. I think the run is on edges and wide receivers. There's the run. So that pushes guys down the board. So, yeah, absolutely we can get him in round 2 at 53. Absolutely we could.
Right. The last one I'll talk about, Jennings Dunker, offensive guard, Iowa.
Oh, my
You know,
God.
now you know how that goes when you got them guards from Iowa. That's all I'm gonna say. Damn guards from Iowa, because they usually have some sort of a wrestling background.
Yes.
Which you want as an interior offensive lineman. They got a wrestling background. You're cooking with fish grease at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. But we'll see.
His tape was
Hold on.
unbelievable, B.
Somebody over in the chat is talking with Thunderbird on their breath.
What?
Daniel Hall said give $20 million to Cook and keep it moving. What?
No.
You can't give Cook $20 million this year, man. No.
Hell no.
No. You can do 2 years, maybe 15, but you're not giving them 1 year for 20. No. You can do two years, 15, somewhere in that range. Guarantee him 8, guarantee him 6, something of that nature. But you can't give him 20 million. He hadn't done enough.
No, six
he
games,
hadn't done
7
near
games.
enough.
And he's been cut by the Steelers 2 or 3 times. We brought him back, cycled him through the practice squad, brought him back, cycled him. No, hell no. Not no 20 million.
Yeah. I mean, I just, 20 million is wild talk, but just because we're not giving it to Broderick, then don't give it to somebody else. You don't have to give it to Cook. My God.
Yeah, a free agent.
I mean, you don't have to give either of them $20 million. Just give it to something, but not to him. Again, as much as we like Dylan Cook, and y'all know that I like Dylan Cook and what he put on tape, it was still only 4 games.
Facts.
So it wasn't like it was a full season or even a half season. It was 4.
Regardless of whatever, B, we have to build the depth in the offensive line. It might not be the wide receiver complete rebuild, but bro, we need a guard. We possibly need a tackle, and we need a swing guard right off the bat. If Broderick works out with Cook and Foul Tunnel, you got your 3. I like the guy that plays center and guard for us. I like that, but we need a left guard. And I think that if you can't work it out with Jones, we got to get a tackle. We got to get a tackle, bro. So, we still got to build depth. We have to build depth.
100%. Mason said, Cook 20 million. No, that's for Super Hayward.
No. Oh, my God. No. I can't even talk about Super Hayward right now. I can't do it. You told him to go to timeout. He need to time out his ass in the Matrix. Put him in the Matrix, man. Put him over there in a blender with the Matrix. Because Super Hayward.
So, 3234, we're going back. This is right before we're going to head and get to the producer question here in a quick second, people. I just want to read this comment. 3234 says, Harrison said he lied to him straight. Said, I don't mess with people that lie to me. And Ben had never disrespected Coach. He voices his opinion in a respect but truthful way. So, first of all, you're saying, we don't know if Tomlin lied to him or not. That's just what Harrison said. He said that he lied to him. But even if he did, he told him he was going to play him. What if Harrison's practice or whatever didn't dictate that he get on the field? Like, if I'm a coach, I can tell you I'm going to play you. But then first of all, if what we're doing out there without you is working, why do I need to play you? That's number one. And number 2, if what I see from you isn't good enough, then I don't have to play you. And 3, you don't know that that's what Mike Tomlin said. So all of that, we don't know. But as far as Big Ben, I don't think Ben, the only thing that Ben said that was disrespectful, we covered this earlier, the only thing that he said was disrespectful is that he needed to go coach in college, that he could be a great college head coach. And you coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers now. Like, it's not like Mike Tomlin had sat out a year or was without a job. He just said, he could go be a great coach in college. Well, why the hell would you say that? That doesn't mean that's a backhanded compliment. He
was the coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers for 18 years and never had a losing season.
And now you're saying he's got to coach college. That's crazy.
Yeah. What are we talking about? Stop that.
Crazy.
Mm-mm.
So super chat here from Super Sal. He said A-Rod is a great option for the Steelers in 2025,
Mm.
especially for his contract versus the league market value for a starting QB. He had a trash wide receiver room. Smith, awful play calling. They'll be better in 2026. Maybe. I mean, first of all, your points are all valid,
Mm.
but maybe he'll be better. Maybe he
Well,
won't. I
yeah.
don't know.
Father Time waits for no man, B.
Nobody.
Father Time waits for no. We'll see. We'll see.
So we'll see. We'll see. Let's go to the producer question. Let's pull it up. Steel City Sal said, I'm not double speaking, I promise. Cooks 27, started 4 games, 79 pass pros, 70 in run, only 2 sacks for a plug-in guy. That's, hey, coach, I'll take that production. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I will take that.
And that's going to give him an opportunity to fight Broderick Jones for the left tackle position.
Correct.
And rightfully so. He has an opportunity to start, and we'll see.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct. We'll see. We'll see. Kenneth Jones likes a guard, Kenyon Rutledge from Texas Tech. I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I don't know that
Yeah.
you got to get him that early, but I do too.
Third until the shorts and t-shirts Olympics, and we'll see. But right now, third round.
Producer question. Art Rooney II has broken decades of tradition this month, expanding the staff, prying away outsiders like Patrick Graham, and hiring a chief of staff. All these signs that Art Rooney II is A, desperate. He's throwing everything at the wall to get one more ring before the window closes. B, visionary. Finally realizes the Steeler way is outdated and dragging the team into 2026. So C, reactionary. He's only doing this because the fans and media finally forced his hand. Or D,
Ooh.
calculated. He found the perfect corporate coach in Mike McCarthy to run a larger, modern organization. What do you think, G?
I would go. I want to say C, but I'm leaning towards A. I want to say C, but I'm leaning towards A. Because I don't think that, well, I told you already, he's the villain. And I think that there was a lot of chatter, and now you move Tomlin out of the way, and we're really going to see what the issue with the organization is. Now, they do the grade carding every year, facilities, coaching, ownership, all those things.
Correct.
And the Steelers have been trash, since those grades have been coming out. So I think that A, he wants to change his trajectory as a legacy owner, Rooney, right? Because as of now, he hasn't done nothing. What has he done? Nothing, right? Dan did something. Art Sr. did something, but he ain't did nothing.
Right.
So that's making why I want to say A. So I'm gonna stick with A for right now. I'm gonna go
Make
with A.
sure in the chat, people, when you answer, make sure you put a hashtag in front of your answer, because that at the bottom you see the poll there. It will make sure that it tabulates all your votes. So even if you've already voted, if you didn't put a hashtag, make sure you go do it again. So that way it will tabulate down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know, G. I like D. I'm not saying that he's being calculated, but I guess that's the question. All these are signs of Rooney being calculated. I would probably use an A or a different word than calculated, but that's what it is. A probably sounds more like it, but I think it's C. I think it's reactionary. He's doing it because not necessarily, maybe not even the fans and the media, or maybe it is the media. Maybe it's even the national media where everybody's like, dude, you got to do something different. What the hell are you doing? This old, and I've said it since we started this channel, the Steeler way, while we love the Steelers, you got to move past that. Like that Steeler way doesn't work in the NFL any longer. And it doesn't. And we all know that. So Miss Christine got a good answer. She said E, that he don't want his legacy to be trash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I get that,
Yeah.
but
That, that's why I'm leaning towards A. I mean, he hasn't done nothing, B. I mean, what has he done as an
no,
owner? Nothing. He's done
no.
absolutely nothing. So A is he wants an opportunity to get a ring so he can say, okay, I'm like the rest of the Roonies. You know, I tried it with Tomlin forever. It didn't work. I bring in McCarthy. I give him all kind of money for his coaching staff. We're going to see what they do if they're aggressive in free agency, and I got a sneaky feeling they are going to be. And then you bring back the diabolical one in Aaron Rodgers, and you load up everything around him to give it one last run. That's what I'm thinking. I might be wrong, but I think he wants to be able to say, I'm just like my granddaddy, and I'm like my daddy, and I got a chip, right? I got a chip. And I think that means something to him. So that's why I'm leaning towards A, man.
I don't know, man. Here's my thing. You know how I said before that he didn't know what he didn't know?
Mm-hmm.
Like he only knew one way.
Mm-hmm.
So while I don't think he's technically a visionary, if he finally figured out that the Steelers' way is outdated, I don't know that you would say that's visionary type of mentality.
Mm-mm.
But what if he did figure, hey, somebody told me a different way. I only knew one way. Somebody else gave me a different idea. Maybe it's a new way. I don't know. I wouldn't want to classify him as being a visionary. So since that's part of the answer, I won't go B.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna go with A too. I think it's A.
Yeah. He wants a chip. I mean, that's important. If your name is Rooney, if your last name is Rooney, and you're tied to the Steelers organization, and you don't have a Super Bowl, I mean, what are we really talking about? You see what I'm saying? The granddaddy got some, the daddy got some, and you ain't got none. Come on, man. Come on, dog. So, he done messed it up. You know, the granddaddy worked hard to bring it from the ashes. The daddy rolled it through to make sure everything was cool. And now you are here living high on the hog, and you can't get it right. Come on, man. You can't get it right. So he started over. He heard the pressure. He heard it from the fan base. He's like, look, I'm all in. He's going to get the hell out the way. He's going to let Mike McCarthy do what he got to do with his coaching staff. Hire everybody you need to hire. Spend the bread in the free agency. Protect Rodgers at all costs. Let's give it one more whirl. That's what I'm thinking, bro.
I mean, I'm with it. That's where I'm at. I'm with it. I'm with you, G. I think it's A. I think it's A. You know, I could say, I mean, there's different things. I'm not going to classify him as a guy that's, you know, a visionary or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just, I can't get down with that. I can't get down with that. So, all right, people. That is what we got for you guys today. I appreciate everybody in here. Thank you very, very much. The big show every Tuesday night on Steelers Almighty. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Big G, where can everybody find you at?
Man, you know you can always check me on the Know It Alls podcast channel. Like over there doing my thing with keeping it 100 and the smash the gas. And B, I got a banger coming on Monday. I got a banger on the Know It Alls channel on Monday. I got a brand new show starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Menace to Yins. A banger is coming out because I'm going to be a menace. And guess what, y'all? I got a little secret. You might see this guy that I'm in here co-hosting with. Maybe over there talking a little Steelers Yins talk over there with the Steelers fans. You might catch him over there with me too. But yeah, absolutely. But always, every week, you can catch me right here on Steelers Almighty. We do the big show every Tuesday. The Draft Lab, people loved it this last week. The Draft Lab, you can catch that on Fridays. This week, we got the offensive line talent we're going to break down in depth to see if the offensive line can actually be fixed for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But if you haven't, make sure you like the Steelers Almighty channel, subscribe to the Steelers Almighty channel, become a member on the Steelers Almighty channel. The best channel in the world that I could ever work for. I'm grateful and thankful, and we gets it in over here on Almighty, man. we get it in.
Absolutely. Again, Draft Lab coming out on Friday. Appreciate you guys. Podcast is tomorrow. Make sure you guys come and tune in for that. Another great show, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate everybody being in here. Do us a favor, man. When the video's off, go hit the like button and definitely go leave a comment because, like the producer said, the algorithm has changed again. So all the likes and all the comments absolutely help us out. So we appreciate you. Love you guys. And aloha.